Oh, she is spicy. She's coming out the gate name calling. She goes straight to idiot. Hello, ma'am. You seem like a nice lady, you know? I feel like my father always told me that if you can't express yourself without name calling and cussing, then you're just showing your intelligence level. I know that most of my followers will say, Lauren, ignore the haters. Just keep doing your thing. But I want to tell you guys, I want to use this comment as a learning experience, okay? Because it's really important that we talk about this subject. She licked my cheek. Okay, get it together. We're serious. I want to use this comment as a learning experience because for the last 30 years, these extremists were screaming at the top of their lungs, right? And all of the small little handful of professionals said, just ignore them. They'll go away. They're cuckoo. Just ignore them. So as they ignored them, these people got louder and louder, and they got so loud that they gained the popular opinion, and then they gained the narrative on a subject that they know nothing about. Most of these people haven't even felt what an elephant's skin feels like, but yet they want to be the voice of elephants. Well, I'm here to talk about it because I can't let these crazy people try to take over the narrative of my profession, what I am good at, what I am like really good at. So let's talk about it. First off, I want to challenge you guys to think outside of the box for a second because we are going to talk about animals being in entertainment, okay? Now, I know that a lot of people have very strong emotions about this, right? So just take your emotions and let's check them at the door just for a second. I don't believe that animals were put on this earth to entertain us. You don't believe that either. I don't think any one of my followers thinks that she is here just to entertain, right? With that being said, does she not entertain you guys? I'm pretty sure she entertains most of the people that follow. If she didn't, then why would you follow? So people are entertained by her, but that's okay. That's not wrong because you're not entertained because you want to use her. You are intrigued by her. You're fascinated with her. You're in awe of her. You want to learn more about her. You want to figure out more things and understand how she can take commands and understand things so well and her movements and her body. That is a good thing, right? And that was sparked by being entertained. So those two things went together. And it is a good thing that we're entertained by them because that means we will want to preserve them. We will want to protect them. We will want to be there for them. If we didn't care and we weren't entertained by animals, then we wouldn't care about protecting them. Those two things go together. Now, I think it's also very important that the way an animal entertains and the care that they get is also important. So it should be judged individually. But just because you see an animal do a trick, that doesn't mean it's wrong. It doesn't mean it's bad. The comment was stated on a video of us performing a stunt. We were doing a stunt that I'm really proud of. I put my life in her hands and she balances me. And I think it's something I'm really proud of. Now, it's kind of a fun little thing that we do and it's kind of pointless, but everything we do together is important, even if the public doesn't see it, because we're building a bond and a trust together with every little tiny thing we do, whether it be taking a walk, kicking a ball, pushing a tree, doing a stunt together. All of these things are building our relationship to be tighter, so they're all important. I also want to impart that every animal is an individual first. People like to paint elephants as all being exactly the same, and boy howdy are they not. These animals are individuals with individual personalities and individual dispositions, and some are nice and some are a little bit more ornery and some are simple and some are complex, and they are all different, and depending on their individual upbringing is what's going to make everyone happy. So we have to treat them specifically to who they are. A wild elephant is not going to have the same needs as a domestic elephant, and an elephant born and raised and with a lot of elephants is going to have a different need than an elephant that was raised and with a lot of people instead. These are going to be different things that we have to treat differently, and we have to cater to their individuality. But when people come here into my comment section, they just look at elephants as a generalization and they generalize them, and if we do that, we can't help them individually. Because what's good for one elephant might not be good for another elephant. That needs to be taken really into consideration. So maybe one elephant likes the attention they get when they entertain, while another elephant wouldn't. And it's okay that this one does, and it's okay that this one doesn't. But to paint them all with the same brush is not going to help them in the future. And so when we think about this, it's really important that we stop with our emotions and we start thinking about things logically, because we want to have avenues where these animals can thrive, because of a third of the population of Asian elephants are born and raised in human care. And we shouldn't stop that. That amount of elephants is so important, because if we just stop breeding them in domestication and we just stop having them with humans and we only want them in the wild, then we might watch them disappear, because we're losing them at a drastic rate in the wild. Their migratory paths are getting invaded on through railroads and roads and farmers. Human-elephant conflict is a big deal, and unless we start having solutions for that, we can't cut off the avenue of where they thrive in domestic care. So I know that these comments bother a lot of people, but let's use them as a learning experience, and let's learn from them. Let's stop letting these extremists have the loudest voice.